Welcome back to the Force Nines YouTube channel. Welcome back to Tale of the Toffees, the Everton save on Football Manager 2017. Today, 2 more games for you, starting off with a must-win Champions League game against Celtic. After that, we've got a league game against Sheffield Wednesday. But yeah, Celtic is the big one today. We need to win this game, otherwise we could be staring Champions League exit down the barrel. Before we get to those 2 games though, I played 3 games off screen. Let's have a look at some goals and highlights from those games. Everton took the lead at White Hart Lane with 22 minutes on the clock. It was Luan's first goal for the club and first of the season. He's off the mark after a slow start to his career with Everton. You wait half a season for a Luan goal, and then 2 come along at once. He doubled our lead with a header in 40 minutes, and it was 2-0. Tottenham improved in the second half and pulled a goal back with 52 minutes on the clock. Lacazette with a finish, the £30.5 million man slotting home. But with 68 minutes played, Everton found a third goal and pretty much ended the game. Lukaku with a finish this time. First shot was saved by Lloris. The follow-up went in. Spurs 1, Everton 3. That's a good win. Against Charlton in the EFL Cup, it was closer than it should have been. Charlton were down to 10 men in the first half. Liam Henderson getting 2 yellow cards in quick succession. Had a red card on the 44th minute. Charlton actually had the best chance of the game to take the lead. Naby Sarr's header off target, should really have scored it. After a goalless 19 minutes, it went into extra time. We didn't take long in the extra time to break the deadlock. Lukaku with a powerful header to make it 1-0 with 91 minutes played, and we won 1-0. Lucas Vazquez opened the scoring against Crystal Palace at home. 26 minutes on the clock, Vazquez makes it 1-0. And with 14 minutes played, we doubled our lead. Barkley with another assist. Berahino with a finish this time. A lovely goal, taking it round the Palace defenders. Everton 2, Crystal Palace 0. A nice routine win there. So 3 wins off screen, not too bad. The Charlton game was close though. It really shouldn't have been. We should have been a lot better than we were. I will say though, we did play a few youngsters. Jordan Pickford were back in goal. Nicky Clark played up front after scoring in the previous round of the competition. Jude played at right wing. Richard Bolton played. But the standout performer and man of the match on the night was Jose Augusto, who 18-year-old Brazilian we signed from Middlesbrough in the second season, £6.5 million. Played his first appearance to the club and did really well. Got man of the match, won plenty of headers, 1 tackles, cleared the ball well. He just had a really solid game. I think he rated 8.1. He did. So yeah, I like the look of this guy. He may well get some league games in the upcoming games. We'll have to wait and see. So 2 wins in the league. We sit second place at the moment, 2 points behind West Ham, 3 clear of Liverpool. West Ham up at top at the moment after a couple of finishes off, I think 6th and 8th in the past 2 seasons. They're top and they've only dropped points in 2 games, 1 draw and 1 defeat out of 10. It's good going. As far as our Champions League group, at the moment we've yet to pick up a win in the competition, which is why we need to beat Celtic today. If we lose to Celtic, we'll be 3 behind them, and then depending on the Juventus Real Madrid scores, if Real Madrid beat Juventus, we'd be 5 behind them with only 6 points to play for, which would mean we'd have to beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu and Juventus at home if we want to progress through the group. At the moment, it's looking like Europa League, but we'll have to wait and see. Even if Celtic beat us, we might not even get that. We might finish bottom and be out of Europe entirely. It's very tough at the moment. We need to beat Celtic. And I'm hoping this will be the team to do it. Kiko Casilla in goal. The back 4 of Williams, Jagielka, who comes in for Oscar Duarte in the game. Nacho comes in at right back for Seamus Coleman, who played against Crystal Palace. Onazi comes in for Guay. Ward-Prowse is playing. Delafay was in for Luan, who did well against Spurs, but the other 2 games didn't feature too much. Barkley in the hole, Vazquez to his right, and then Berahino up front. Has done well so far, 7 goals so far for Berahino. Lukaku has 4, and Lukaku not started nearly as many games. Only 5 starts for Lukaku compared to Berahino's 8. So Berahino's doing better at the moment than his Belgian counterpart, if you like. Okay, so I think Celtic, the only change I can see from the previous game is that Scott Sinclair was on the bench and Toze is starting. I don't remember if Scott Brown played last time around, I'm not quite sure. But that's the team they're going with. Of course, last episode it was a 4-4 draw. We were, I think, 2-0 down and 3-1 down, and we pulled it back to 4-4, which is good stuff. But hopefully, we won't be even trailing today, and we can, you know, maybe get a good win out of this. I think a 2-0 win would be what we want. That's what I'm predicting anyway. I want your predictions. Put them in the comments below. As long as we win, though, I'm fine. because goal difference isn't such a factor in the Champions League. It's all about head-to-head records. If we can beat Celtic, that improves our head-to-head. So if it does come down to us and them in terms of Europa League, then that'll be, you know, in our favour. Vasquez coming forward here, and the cross is in there. Berahino has headed home. I think it was a header. 11 minutes played. It's a good start to the game. Lots of possession at the moment, and we found the first goal. Vasquez with a blistering run down that right flank. He's keeping Mora out the team at the moment. The record signing at £33 million. He's not getting a game at the moment. Berahino, it was not a header, it was just a nice easy tap in. You won't have many easier goals than that, really. Coming forward again here, Nazi is on the ball. Here is Michael Keane, and now Ward-Prowse. And Delafeu's through there. Delafeu has a shot, and it's a save by the goalkeeper, Sayuba. 37 minutes on the clock. We've got the ball again here. Celtic not had any chances really. Berahino's slotted home again. 2-0. Playing very well at the moment. 37 minutes played and we're 2-0 up. This is what I want to see. This is how we'll get through. Ward-Prowse to Barkley, and then the ball to Berahino was really good by Ross Barkley. And that's a nice easy finish once again. Berahino with 2 goals in this first half. Could be getting a hat-trick today. And this is why he's starting ahead of Lukaku at the moment. He's playing very well. Gonna say keep it going. I don't want to do the complacency thing. I don't want them to lose focus. So we're gonna say doing really well. Just keep going. You know, try and get 1 or 2 more goals. James Ward-Prowse coming forward again here. I was about to make a tactical change, but I saw a highlight coming, and there's maybe a third goal here. Barkley has a shot, and it's caught by Sayuba. Now he's put it. Well, we've got one back here. Gonna go into our instructions. We're not gonna exploit anything in particular now. We're gonna sit a bit deeper, and we're gonna try and see if we can just see this out. If we get a third goal, brilliant. But, you know, we've done the job we need to. Let's not, do anything silly now. Delafeu has the ball right out on the left here. Makes a run, passes to Ward-Prowse. Now Barkley, and they've got Berahino on a hat-trick. Can he find a way through? He has a shot, and it wasn't far off, actually. Just brushed the side netting, I think. Vasquez with the ball here in the Celtic half. Barkley, fouled by Isla. That's going to be a red card now. Isla already been booked once in this game. That is a second yellow card. Mauricio Isla is sent off. Celtic's job just became twice as hard. Brilliant tackle by Nacho in the box there. Vasquez was running forward, passed to Ross Barkley, and then Isla brought him down and got a second yellow card for it. 67 minutes or 68 minutes on the clock. Going to take off Ross Barkley, just try and keep him fresh for the upcoming games. We've got Sheffield Wednesday at the weekend. A game we should be winning, but this is Football Manager. You never know what's going to happen. Going to bring on David Klaassen in his place. He's got something to prove as Klaassen. He's not at the best of times at the moment. His first season wasn't great, and so far this season, again, he's been stuck on the bench. So I want to see some good things from him. He's got a good 20 minutes or so to maybe do something in this game as Klaassen. Here is Gerard Delafeu though. Back to Klaassen, and now Nazi. Ward-Prowse. Delafeu playing very wide at the moment. You can see our wingers right out there, our fullbacks as well. Williams and Nacho way out wide. And Vasquez here. Berahino has his hat-trick, 77 minutes played. Yeah, just waiting for it to come through. It was outside. 10 goals in the season now for Berahino, 3 in this game. And the Englishman is really doing well. He was a free transfer as well, remember. Got him on a Bosman after his West Brom contract expired. And Berahino is doing really well for us this season. 3 goals in this game. And 3 goals for us against Celtic. 82 minutes played. You know, Saido's got his hat-trick. I think we can bring him off now. We're going to put Luan up front. We're going to try something a bit different. We'll play Luan as a complete forward. And, yeah, no place for Lukaku today. We're going to see if we can maybe put another striker up there. We only have 2, and then we have Nicky Clark, the young Irishman. But we'll try something different here. See if we can, play some strikers that aren't really strikers. We've got, we're able to, we're 3-0 up, so I think we can do that. Here's Delafeu, now Williams. A few seconds left in the game. We could get a 4th if there's time. I'll wait and see. Delafeu has a shot, bends it around the post. And that will be the last action in the game, I think. It is Everton 3, Celtic 0. That's a nice, good win. I'm happy with that. So the group at the moment will be set on 5 points now. Real Madrid on 7 and Juventus both on 7. And they are our final 2 games. So, how did they do? Real Madrid beat Juventus 2-1. So I think we faced Juventus at home. We've got Real Madrid first, actually. We've got to travel to the Bernabeu. That's going to be a tough one. But then I think if we can beat Juventus, it's a tall order. But if we can beat Juventus, we might be able to get through. We'll have to wait and see, though. It depends on how Juve do against Celtic as well. It's going to be a difficult couple of games. I won't be too disappointed if we don't go through. At least with Europa League, we still have a chance of winning something. if we progress through the group, it's unlikely we'll get to that final because we'll end up with like a last 16 game that we don't win, like last season, Besiktas. At least if we're in the Europa League, I think we've got a better chance of winning that. So I wouldn't be too disappointed either way. Although we are expected to get through our group, the minimum expectation is reaching the last 16. We've got Real Madrid and Juventus in our group, so that is a very tall order if the board, continue to say that, despite who we have in our group. So one thing I forgot to mention, we beat Charlton in the EFL Cup, of course, and it's given us a draw in the quarterfinals against AFC Bournemouth, which, it's a good draw. Both Manchester clubs drew each other, Man City and Man United drew each other. I think it's at Old Trafford though, if I'm not mistaken. If Man City can win that'd be great because it would get Man United out of the competition. But yeah, we've avoided the good teams so far. Liverpool also we avoided. They got a home game against Coventry. I think the other two teams are West Brom and West Ham. So hopefully we'll do well in that. Of course, last season we got to the semi-finals of the EFL Cup. If we can go one further, that would be fantastic. If we can win it, that would be amazing. Alright, facing Sheffield Wednesday, they haven't been in the Premier League for quite a while, not since the year 2000. Got promoted for the first time since then. Let's have a look at the sort of players that they have. So Forestier is a player that I'm quite familiar with on previous saves. I've owned him for a time as well when I was Charlton manager. I think it was back in F15. They've got Connor Wickham as well. Barry Bannon's a player I recognise. Jack Colback plays for them. They've got Muniesa from Stoke. They've got Gary Hooper. Yeah, there's some decent players in there. On paper, we should be winning this no problem, but we'll have to wait and see. It is at their stadium as well. It's at Hillsborough, so we'll have to see what we can do. As far as the team goes, no one's really struggling for fitness, so I don't think there's anything here that really needs changing. Everyone's playing well, so I don't see any reason to change this team. Okay, so Forestieri is actually not in the team after I bigged him up. Jason Steele's in goal. Muniesa, Davidovic, Lees and Smith, the back line. Colback, Bannon and Ajer in that midfield. They've got Reach on the left, they've got Matthias on the right, and they've got someone called Diaz up front. Wickham's on the bench, Sam Hutchinson's on the bench. Yeah, few players there I recognise. I'm not too familiar with Championship football. I don't watch it a great deal. I keep up to date on it, like who's doing well and stuff like that. But I don't watch a great deal of it, so I'm not too familiar with many of these players. Hopefully we'll get a good result. At the moment, it is Wednesday coming forward. Diaz is on it. He's, he was tackled, but he won it back in the shot. I thought I was going to go in for a second, but it was just over, I think. We've got a throw in here, and that's headed away by Nacho. And now Vasquez. First 10 minutes here have been all Wednesday. We've not really had a great deal of possession, but now we are on the ball. Here is a Nazi to Vasquez. Can we attack from here? Vasquez with a cross, Barkley with a header, and with 8.5 minutes on the clock. That's 1-0 to Everton. Okay, so the replay. Vasquez has been incredible. I think he's one of the best signings of this save. The ball was in there. Barkley with a header, and that's a 1-0 lead. I say Vasquez has been probably the best signing on the save. He's been incredible. I think other than that, I think Casilla in goal has been solid. I think Ward-Prowse, who was the January signing last season, I think he's done well. He's kept Ogzan at the team. So, my business this save has been a bit hit and miss. That's a mistake by the number 6 Jagielka. I thought it was Willems then, but it's not. It's a centre-back. Luckily, we didn't concede from it, though. As I was saying, I think my business has been a bit hit and miss. I mean, guys like Klaassen, we had Felipe Anderson for a season. He got a little while to get going. Brazilian-wise, I don't think it's been that good. Our Brazilians haven't really done a great deal. Luan and who's the other guy? Lucas Moura have not really done much so far. I think we need to say you played well, but there is room for improvement. And then I think we'll go with the you weren't that bad here, if you can play it. No, we can't. Okay, we'll say there's a lot more to come from you then. Hopefully we can get another goal, because Wednesday could equalise very easily. They've had one shot on target so far. In fact, possession-wise, we're now having more of the ball, but I'm just a bit worried that Wednesday will snatch a goal from somewhere. Berahino, hat-trick last game. This game, he's not really been in it very much. Hopefully we'll get a goal here, though. Here he is, and he's been dispossessed by Davidovic, and now Williams on the ball. And here's James Ward-Prowse. I spoke highly of him earlier on. See if he can produce something, maybe. Passes to Anazi. Here is Barkley. Deulofeu to Ward-Prowse. Passing well here, but we need to get it into the box. Here's Deulofeu. Cuts inside. Makes the run. And that is a really good run by Deulofeu, and he scores from it. That's excellent work by Gerard Deulofeu. The replay there, he absolutely mugged off the number 19 there. Went in between those two players, and that was just such an easy play shot. Really good goal. That was really, really fun to watch, actually. 60 minutes on the clock. I'm going to take off Berahino. He's not had the best of games. Let's bring on Lukaku. You know, he's a striker. We'll see if we can find a goal for the Belgian. Everywhere else, we are doing very well. So, pleased with this so far. It's been a good episode. And actually, we sit top of the table. It doesn't look like West Ham are winning their game. So, at the moment, this win is taking us top. We'll have to keep tabs on West Ham after the game and see what happens. You can see it punts the ball forward, but loses out with a header. Lead to Diaz now, and now Wednesday coming forward. We haven't really seen much of their chances. They had one shot off target in like the first few minutes, but other than that, they haven't done well. And that's a great ball to Barkley, who, oh, that should have been on target, man. I think of Barkley, his finishing is not that good. Sometimes, you know, he struggles to find the target. If we have a look, his finishing is 12, so yeah, sometimes he does disappoint me with his shooting, but I'll forgive him because, you know, he does a lot. You know, he's had a really good couple of years, so I'll forgive him for now. Although we are going to take him off now because he again is starting to get tired. But he's played a lot. You know, he's keeping class at the team. He plays most games, so we're going to take him off and we're going to bring on David Klaassen. Sheffield Wednesday with a long throw here. It's caught easy by Casilla. Again, Wednesday not really been in this game very much. Here is Vazquez. Takes it further wide, makes the run, dispossessed by Muniesa. And now leads with Wednesday. Keane wins it back, and Casilla back towards Lucas Vazquez. Here is Lukaku. Can the substitute find a goal? He has a shot on target. Good save by Jason Steele. It's a corner. About 12 or 13 minutes left in the game. Williams will take this. And that wasn't to anyone in particular. Not a lot of bodies in the box, really. Not a lot of yellow shirts, anyway. And that is a goal by Wednesday. 82 minutes on the clock. Kieran Lee has scored. Of course, it's his first of the season. I'm guessing that's a defender. Another set-piece goal. It's been a few of these this season. Been a bit disappointing. And there was no one round him for yards. Kieran Lee with a free header there. I'm disappointed. That's a clean sheet gone, so that's a bit annoying. 89 minutes on the clock. Vazquez is going to come off. We're going to bring on Lucas Moura for the last few minutes. And hopefully we'll hold on here. I'm going to go defensive, though, for the last few minutes. I'm a bit worried about Wednesday getting an equaliser. Another long throw here, but it's not a great one. Ward-Prowse heads that a bit further on. And hopefully that will be the last action in the game. There we go. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Everton 2. A little bit nervy at the end there, but, you know, I think we did well there. I don't agree with what Koeman's saying there. I'm going to say a good win, boys. Well done. You did well. You know, defending was pretty solid. We controlled the game. So West Ham lost to Crystal Palace, which means that we are top of the table. 26 points to West Ham's 25. Liverpool on 23. Man United on 19. They've drawn more games than most this season. So that's why they are not top at the moment. They've still only lost the one, but they're dropping more points. And at the moment, we're top. Alright, so let's see what we've got coming up then. So we've got Man United in the next game. I won't be doing that game live. We've done Man United enough this save. But I think the away game during the end of the season, if Man United are close rivals to us in terms of the title race, optimistic, I know, we're going for the title, then I will do that live. We'll have to wait and see. But, Real Madrid are coming up. Now that is a big game, but not one I'm going to be doing live. Next episode, we're going to do that Merseyside derby, and we're going to face Juventus in the last game in the group. That's a big few days. Anfield, well, not Anfield, sorry, it's not a home game. Home games against Liverpool and Juventus are big games. You know, Liverpool are very close to us in the league table as well. Only 3 points behind us. So I think that is two crunch games there. Both of those will be live next episode. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below. Leave any comments you want to make. And if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, hit subscribe. I'll see you next episode for a Merseyside derby and a crunch Champions League game which could decide our fate. Will we get through the group? Will we be in the Europa League? Or will we end up with no European football whatsoever? Wait and see next episode. Thank you for watching. I will see you then. Goodbye.